We have about a few minutes left, 30 minutes left, and then I'm sure people are going to start trickling off to some appointments. But I would like to open it up to some questions from our very patient and tolerant audience. Do you have a question right there?
Yeah. Well, more comments. Steve, I think you're a guinea pig right now. You're somebody who is a known entity and can actually build an audience. And so I'm hoping that in addition to your Adventure Life blog, that you can also have a separate blog about how things are developing with you for the rest of us. So because I think it's just because of your experience and
Are you willing to pay for that?
Well, that's all because I run a PR firm, and really in the last year, my clients are now completely serious about it. It's been a huge transition where now, a year ago, they didn't care about online. Last summer, I went to New York, and we put on a fashion party, and we reached 6 million people in one night through bloggers. That totally changed my opinion on social media, and it got my clients really excited. So I see this whole thing as opportunity, but how are we going to, in PR and journalists, keep making money at it? And another comment is just how journalism schools are now transforming from actually just teaching journalism to now students, it's more media convergence. So students graduate knowing how to build websites, how to edit video, and they do a little bit of writing on the side too. And so I think it's going to be interesting looking 10 years down the road on what journalism actually looks like. So. I think the whole issue really is how, can we continue to make money at this? I think consumption is still there. That's not going away. It's just completely changed. But how can the best people in the industry continue to be, to actually earn an income doing this? It's just like looking at the New York Times, how much they struggled on the print side. So I'm just wondering, also my question is, are you making money on your online side? Is that an interest to you? Because I think 10 years from now, it's going to be mostly what it is. And what positions are you hiring for? Are you hiring people to build websites, or are you hiring writers?
I'll take a stab at a couple of those.
Yeah.
Let's see. Try to remember
No one's making any money.
Get right down to it. That's what it's about, though.
In terms of journalism schools, that was an interesting point. We work with CU. We have an internship program with CU, and just last week they used to have a print journalism channel and a digital journalism channel, and they just did away with that distinction. And in terms of sort of professional class of writers and editors that have existed, it's in a tough spot right now. It's in a tougher spot, I think, than print magazines are. And to be a freelance journalist right now is a really scary, proposition. Not just because there are fewer magazines that are paying less, but because of the sort of efflorescence of free content. And it's really hard for somebody who's paid for it before and suddenly realizes they can get 30,000 words through social media not to make that financial decision. Back to Steve's point, I think there will continue to be good pay for people who produce good content. It's still a tough place to be right now. And then we do continue to make money. We're profitable online. We've basically doubled our revenue every year for the last 3 years. And it's a direct correlation to traffic.
Yeah, just a quick comment. One of the UK newspapers that just did a big survey, I think they're thinking about charging maybe The Guardian, and 80% of the respondents said that they would not pay for their news because they can get it from so many other sources. And so I'm really old school about this, but it comes back to what are you saying and why are you saying it? What is the message? And your message has to be more distinctly defined because there's so many messages out there. And a lot of this, we're talking about the pencils and the pads, and we need to be talking about what's on the pad. And it's really easy with the technology changing so rapidly. Now we've shifted from the iPhone to the iTablet, and we're all gaga over that. But what's going to go on it? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and to your last question, who are we hiring? We've never really hired writers per se. I think all of us here are probably hiring people with ideas. And it's just the way they express them might change from one time to another, but whether we're hiring an art director or an editor or a producer, the first thing in all of our businesses when we're creating content is it's got to be ideas first, and the ability to express them in whatever way